There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, the cattle are standing like statues. Oh, the cattle are standing like statues. They don't turn their heads as they see me ride by. But a little brown maverick is winking her eye. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Hi, Adela.
Why, you most scared me to death. What you doing around here?
Well, I come a-singing to you.
Oh, the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy, it don't miss a tree. And an old weeping willow is laughing at me. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Ooh, what a beautiful day.
If I wasn't such an old woman, and you weren't so young and smart, Alecky, why, I'd marry you and get you to sit around at night and sing to me.
No, you wouldn't either, because I wouldn't marry you. Or none of your kinfolk if I could help it.
Oh, none of my kinfolk, huh?
Yeah, you can tell them that. All of them. Cloud Nut, Nisio, and Laurie Williams. Say, Aunt Ella, if you used to tell me where Laurie was at, well, where would you tell me she was at?
Wouldn't tell you at all. For as far as I can make out, Laurie ain't paying you no heed.
So she don't take much to me, huh? Who's the best bronc buster in this here territory?
You, I bet.
And the best bulldogger in 17 counties? Well, me, that's who. Look at here. I'm handsome, ain't I?
Purty as a picture.
Curly-headed, ain't I? And bow-legged from the saddle for God knows how long, ain't I?
Couldn't stop a pig in the road.
Well, and what she want then, damn she-mule?
Well, I don't know, but I'm sure certain it ain't you. Who you asking to the box social tonight?
Well, I ain't thought much about it.
I bet you come over to ask Laurie.
Well, what if I did?
You asking me too? I'll wear my fascinator.
Woo! You too.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Oh, I thought you was somebody. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. And Eller, is this all that's come calling in at a ready 10 o'clock of a Saturday morning?
You knowed it was me before you opened the door.
No such of a thing.
Why, yes, you did. You heard my voice and you knowed it was me.
Well, I did hear a voice talking, rumbling along with Aunt Ella, and I heard someone singing like a bullfrog in a pond.
You knowed it was me, so you sat in there thinking up something mean to say. Well, I have a good mind not to ask you to the box social.
Well, if you did ask me, I wouldn't go with you. Besides, how would you take me? You ain't bought a new buggy with red wheels onto it, have you?
No, I ain't.
And a spanking team with their bridles all jingling?
Nope.
Expect me to ride on behind old Lucky, I guess. Well, you go better ask that old Cummins girl you've tucked such a shine to over across the river.
Well, if I was to ask you, well, there'd be a way to take you, Miss Laurie Smarty.
Oh, they would.
When I take you out tonight with me, honey, here's the way it's gonna be. You will sit behind a team of snow-white horses in the slickest gig you ever see.
Lands!
Chicks and ducks and geese better scurry when I take you out in the Surrey. When I take you out in the Surrey with the fringe on top. Watch that fringe and see how it flutters when I drive them high-stepping strutters. Nosy popes will peep through the shutters and their eyes will pop. The wheels are yellow, the upholstery's brown, dashboard's genuine leather. With eyes and glass curtains you can roll right down in case there's a change in the weather. Two bright side lights winking and blinking, ain't no finer rig I'm a-thinking. You can keep your rig if you're thinking that I'd care to swap for that shiny little Surrey with the fringe on the top.
Would you say the fringe was made of silk?
Wouldn't have no other kind but silk.
Has it really got a team of snow-white horses?
One's like snow, the other's more like milk.
So's you can tell them apart.
Oh, the world will fly in a flurry when I take you out in the Surrey. When I take you out in the Surrey with the fringe on top. When we hit that road hell for leather, cats and dogs will dance in the heather. Birds and frogs will sing all together, and the toads will hop. The wind will whistle as we rattle along. Cows will moo in the clover. The river will whisper out a whispered song and whisper it over and over. Don't you wish you'd go on forever? Don't you wish you'd go on forever? Don't you wish you'd go on forever and it'd never stop in that shiny little Surrey with the fringe on the top?
You'd sure feel like a queen setting up on that carriage.
Only she talked so mean to me a while back, Aunt Ella. Well, I got a good mind not to ask her.
Well, I ain't said I was going.
Well, I ain't asked you.
Now, where'd you get such a rig at anyway? I bet he went and hired himself a rig over to Claremore thinking I'd go with him.
Well, that's all you know about it.
Spent all his money hiring a rig, now ain't got nobody to ride in it.
I have two. I did not hire it. Made the whole thing up out of my head.
What? Made it up?
Dashboard and all.
Oh, get off of the place, you. Aunt Ella, well, make him get himself out of here.
Look out now.
Telling me lies.
Look out now. Oh, making up a few purties ain't again no law I know of. Don't you wish there was such a rig, though? Why, then you could go to the play party and dance a hoedown till morning if you's a mind, too. And then when you's all wore out, why, I'd just lift you up into the Surrey and jump up alongside you. Point the horses home. I can just picture the whole thing. I can see the stars getting blurry when we ride back home in the Surrey, riding slowly home in the Surrey with the fringe on top. I can see the day getting older, feel a sleepy head near my shoulder. Now I'm drooping close to my shoulder till it falls kerplop. The sun is swimming on the rim of our hill. The moon is taking a header. And just as I'm thinking all the world is still, look, wake up in the meadow. Hush, you bird. My baby's a-sleepin'. Baby got a dream worth a-keepin'. Oh, you teen. And just keep a-creepin' with a slow clip-clop. Don't you hurry with the Surrey, with the fringe on the top.
Only there ain't no such of a rig. Now, you just said you made the whole thing up.
Well, I didn't exactly
Why did you come around here with your stories and lies, getting me all worked up this away, talking about the sun swimming on the hill and all, like it was so? Well, who'd want to ride alongside of you anyway?
Why don't you just grab her and kiss her when she acts that away, Curly? She's just aching for you two, I bet.
Oh, well, I wouldn't even speak to him, let alone allow him to kiss me. The bragging, bow-legged. Wished he had a sweetheart bum.
Ooh. She likes you. Quite a lot.
She liked me any more, Aunt Ella. She'd sick the dogs onto me.
Curly, you got the wagon hitched up yet?
What wagon?
Oh, there's a crowd of folks coming down from Bushy Head for the box social tonight.
Curly said maybe you'd loan us your big wagon to bring him up from the station.
Of course I would, if he'd asked me.
Well, we got to talking about a lot of other things. Well, I'll go hitch him up now if you say it's all right.
Sure.
Hey, Curly, just got back from Kansas City.
See
How
what
you
we
doing?
brung you, Aunt Eller?
Hi, Will.
Hi, Aunt Eller.
What happened at the fair? You do any good in the steer roping?
Oh, I did pretty good.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Mike. Yeah, I won it.
Good boy. Always knowed you would.
Ain't nobody can sling a rope like our territory boys.
Well, I can't stay but a minute, Aunt Eller. I got to get over to Ada Annis. Now, you remember her pa said if I was ever worth $50, I could have her?
$50? Is that what they give you for prize money?
That's what.
Lands! If Annie's pa keeps his promise, we'll be dancing at your wedding.
Oh, well, if I don't, I'm going to take her right from under his nose. And I won't give him the present I brung for him neither. Well, looky here, fellas, what I got for Ada Annie's pa. Excuse us, Aunt Eller. See, you hold it up to your eye, like this, and then when you get a good look, you turn around at the top and the picture changes.
What's in that? Oh, hurry up.
Yeah, they call it the Little Wonder. Well, I'll be sidegated.
Silly
Okay,
girl.
get out of his light. Let him take a look there. It's that second picture is what it is. Make you go blind, I tell you. Now, let me look. Give it. Oh.
The Hutsy! Ought to be ashamed of herself. You too! How you turn this thing to get the other picture?
Oh, well.
Wait! I'm getting it. I got a good mind to tell Annie on you.
Oh, now don't do that, Aunt Eller. She wouldn't understand.
No telling what you've been up to. I bet you carried on plenty in Kansas City.
Well, now, I wouldn't exactly call it carrying on. But I sure did see a lot of things I never saw before. I got to Kansas City on a Friday. But Saturday, I learned a thing or two. 'cause up to then I didn't have an idea oh, what the modern world was coming to. I counted 20 gas buggies going by themselves almost every time I took a walk. And then I put my ear to a bell telephone and a strange woman started in to talk.
What next?
Yeah, what? What next? Everything's up to date in Kansas City. They've gone about as far as they can go. They went and built the skyscraper 7 stories high, about as high as a building ought to grow. Everything's like a dream in Kansas City. It's better than a magic lantern show. Can turn the radiator on whenever you want some heat. With every kind of comfort, every house is all complete. Walk through the pretty in the rain and never wet your feet. They went about as far as they can go. Yes, sir! They went about as far as they can go. Everything's up to date in Kansas City. They've gone about as far as they can go. They got a big theater they call the Burley Q. For 50 cents you can see a dandy show. One of the girls was fat and pink and pretty, as round above as she was round below. I could swear that she was padded from her shoulder to her heel. Later in the second act when she began to peel, I found that everything she had was absolutely real. She went about as far as she could go. Yes, sir! She went about as far as she could go.
What you doing, Will?
Oh, it's the two-step. It's all they're doing in Kansas City now while the waltz is through. But they don't do it alone. Come on, Aunt Eller. Oh, she's got it now. Look out. Woo! Oh. Let's show off. Get out of here.
Better get her some lemonade.
Team's all hitched.
Oh, hello there, Curly. I can't stay at all. I got to go over to Ado Annie's. I got $50.
Yeah, it's time we all been going. Thanks for the use of the wagon, Aunt Eller. Let's go, Curly.
Oh, I'll catch up with you. Aunt Ella. Aunt Ella, I gotta know something. Who's the low, filthy sneak Laurie's got her cap set for?
You.
Well, never mind that. Must be plenty of men trying to spark her. Surely leans to one of them, don't she?
Well, there is that fine farmer Jace Hutchins just this side of Lone Elm. Then there's that Witterman over at Claremore. Makes out he's some kind of doctor or veterinary.
Oh, that's what I thought. Hello, Judd.
Hello yourself.
Then there's someone nearer to home that's got her on his mind most of the time till he don't know a plow from a thrashing machine.
Him?
Yeah, Judd Fry.
Well, that bullet-colored growly man?
Now, don't you say nothing again, him. He's the best hired hand I ever had. Just about runs this farm by himself. Well, 2 women couldn't do it. You ought to know that.
Laurie tuck up with a man like that.
I didn't say she tuck up with him.
Well, he's around here all the time, ain't he? Lives here, don't he?
Out in the smokehouse.
Changed my mind about cleaning that hen house today.
But-
Leaving it for tomorrow. Got to quit early. I'm driving Laurie over to the party tonight.
You driving Lori?
Ask her.
Well, wouldn't that just make you want a ball? Well, don't forget, Aunt Ella, you and me's got a date tonight. And if you fix up a nice box of lunch, well, maybe I'll bid for it.
How we getting there, Curly? In that rig you made up? All right, astraddle them lights a-winking like lightning bugs.
That ain't no made-up rig, you hear me? I hired it over to Claremore.
Lance, you did?
Oh, I sure did. It's a pretty one, too. So when I come calling for you right after supper, you make sure you got your beauty spots fastened on proper so you don't lose them off, here? It's a right smart turnout. The wheels are yellow, the upholstery's brown, dashboard's genuine leather. With eyeglass curtains you can roll right down in case there's a change in the weather. Well, anyways, I'll see you on the way back from the station. You can keep your rig if you're thinking that I'd care to swap for that shiny little Surrey with the fringe on the top.
Hey, Curly, tell all the girls from Bushyhead to stop by here and freshen up. It's a long way to Skidmore's. That means we'll be having a lot of company. You better get your lunch hamper packed.
Aunt Ella, please don't go to Skidmore's with Curly tonight. If you do, I'll have to ride with Judd all alone.
Well, that's what you wanted, ain't it?
No. Well, I just did it because Curly was so fresh. But now I'll have to ride all alone with him, and I'm afraid, Aunt Ella. He makes me shiver every time he gets close to me. Did you ever see the old smokehouse where he's at?
Plenty of times. Why?
Well, did you see the pictures he's got tacked onto the wall?
I seed him, but you don't need to pay him no mind.
Well, there's something wrong inside him, Aunt Ella. I hooked my door at night and fastened my window again it. And the sound of feet walking up and down out there underneath the tree outside my room.
Lori!
Well, mornings he comes to his breakfast and looks at me underneath his eyebrows, like something back in the brush somewhere. I know what I'm talking about.
You crazy young'un, stop acting like a chicken with its head cut off. Oh, now who do you reckon that is drove up? Why, it's that old peddler man. The one that sold me that egg beater.
And he's got Ado Annie with him. Will Parker's Ado Annie.
Oh, peddler, you know what he told me? He told me that egg beater would beat up eggs and wring out my dish rag and turn the ice cream freezer and I don't know what all.
Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo, Ado Annie.
Hold your horses, peddler man. I want to talk to you. Hi, Aunt Ella. Hi yourself. Hello, Lori.
Hi. Will Parker's back from Kansas City and he's looking for you.
Will Parker. I didn't count on him being back so soon.
Well, I can see that. You been riding a piece?
The peddler man's gonna drive me to the box social. I got up sort of a tasty lunch.
Ado Annie, have you took up with the peddler man?
Not yet.
But you're promised to Will Parker, ain't ya?
Well, not what you might call promised. I just told him maybe.
Well, don't you like Will no more?
Of course I do. They won't never be nobody like Will.
Well, then what about that peddler man?
They won't never be nobody like him, neither.
Well, which one do you like the best?
Whatever one I'm with.
You are silly.
Now, Lori, you know they didn't nobody pay me no mind up to this year. Kind I was scrawny and flat as a beanpole. Then I kind of rounded up a little bit. And now the boys act different to me.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong. I like it. I like it so much when a feller starts talking purty to me that I get all shaky from horn to hoof. Don't you?
Can't think of what you're talking about.
Don't you feel sort of sorry for a feller when he looks like he wants to kiss you?
Oh, you just can't go around kissing every man that asked you. Didn't anybody ever tell you that?
They told me, but it ain't so much a question of not knowing what to do. I knowed what's right and wrong since I've been 10. I heard a lot of stories, and I reckon they are true, about our girls are put upon by men. I know I mustn't fall into the pit, but when I'm with a feller, I forget. I'm just a girl who can't say no. I'm in a terrible fix. I always say, come on, let's go, just when I ought to say nix. When a person tries to kiss a girl, I know she ought to give his face a smack. But as soon as someone kisses me, I somehow sort of want to kiss him back. I'm just a fool when lights are low. I can't be prissy and quaint. I ain't the type that can faint. How can I be what I ain't? I can't say no. What you gonna do when a feller gets flirty and starts to talk purty? What are you gonna do? Supposing that he says that your lips are like cherries or roses or berries, what are you gonna do? Supposing that he says that you're sweeter than cream and he's gotta have cream or die, what you gonna do when he talks that way? Spit in his eye? I'm just a girl who can't say no, can't seem to say it at all. I hate to disappoint a beau when he is paying a call. For a while I act refined and cool, a-settin' on the velveteen settee. Then I think of that old golden rule and do for him what he would do for me. I can't resist a Romeo in a sombrero and chaps. Right when I sit on their laps, something inside of me snaps. I can't say no. I'm just a girl who can't say no. Kissing's my favorite food, with or without the mistletoe. I'm in a holiday mood. Every girl's act coy and hard to catch, but other girls ain't having any fun. Every time I lose a wrestling match, I have this funny feeling that I won. Though I can feel the undertow, I never make a complaint till it's too late for restraint. Then when I want to, I can't. I can't say no. It's like I told you, I'd get sorry for them.
Well, I wouldn't get sorry for any man, no matter what.
I sure am feeling sorry for poor Allie Hackham right now, the way Aunt Eller's cussing him out.
Is that his name? Allie Hackham?
Yeah, it's Persian.
Well, now, are you sure for certain that you love him better than you love Will?
I was sure. And then that old Will Parker has to come home, and first thing you know, he'll start talking purty to me and changing my mind back again.
But Will wants to marry you.
So does Allie Hackham.
Did he ask you?
Well, not directly, but how I know is we was riding this morning in his buggy, and he said that he wanted for me to ride like that with him to the end of the world. Now, if we only rode as far as Catoozy, that would take till sundown, wouldn't it? Then we'd have to go somewhere and be all night together. And being all night together means he wants a wedding, don't it?
Not to a peddler, it don't.
All right. If the egg beater doesn't work, I get you something just as good.
Just as good? I want something 1,000 million times better.
Oh, Miss Laurie. Oh, Jippity Crickets, oh my, look how high you have grown up. Oh, Jippity Crickets, when the last time I come through here, you was tiny, like a shrimp with freckles. And look at you now, a great big beautiful lady.
Oh, well, quit it biting me. If you ain't had no breakfast, go get yourself an apple.
Now, Aunt Eller, just...
Don't you call me Aunt Eller. I ain't your Aunt Eller, you big wart. I'm mad at you.
Oh, don't go and be mad at me. Ain't I promised to give you a present? Something to wear.
Go foot. I got things for her to wear. I wouldn't have it. What is it?
Real silk, made in Persia.
What would I want with an old Persian garter?
Oh, it's awful pretty, Aunt Ellers, with bows onto it and all.
Oh, all right, I'll try it on.
Hold at your foot.
Did you have any idea I was going to let you slide that up my limb? Grab onto my petticoats, Laurie.
Funny woman. Well, it'd be much worse if I tried to take your garters off.
Yeah, 'cause that'd make her stockings fall down, wouldn't it?
Give me the other one.
Which one? Oh, you want to buy the other one to match?
What do you mean I want to buy?
I can let you have it for 50 cents, 4 bits.
Do you want me to find that egg beater and ram it down your windpipe?
All right. Doesn't anybody else want to buy something? How about you, Miss Rory? Must want something, a pretty young girl like you.
Me? Oh, of course I want something. Want a buckle made out of shiny silver to fasten onto my shoe. Want a dress with lace. Want perfume. Want to be pretty. Want to smell like a honeysuckle vine.
Give her a cake of soap.
For one, things I've heard of but never had before. A rubber-tarred buggy. A cut-glass sugar bowl. Oh, I want things I can't tell you about. Well, not only things to look at and hold in your hand, but things to happen to you. Oh, things so nice if they ever did happen to you. Why, your heart would just quit beating and you'd fall down dead.
I got just the thing. The elixir of Egypt.
What's that?
Oh, a secret formula belonged to Pharaoh's daughter.
Smelling salts.
Oh, but the special kind of smelling salt. See, read what it says on the label. Take a deep breath and you'll see everything clear. And that's what Pharaoh's daughter used to do when she had a hard problem to decide, like which prince she ought to marry, or what dress to wear to a party, or whether she ought to have somebody's head cut off. She'd take a whiff of this.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
Well, I'll take a bottle of that, Mr. Peddler.
Oh, precious stuff.
How much?
2 bits.
Throwing away your money.
Helps you decide what to do.
And now can I show you some fancy doodads with lace around the bottom and colored ribbons running in and out, huh?
You mean fancy drawers?
Made in Paris.
Well, I don't wear that kind myself, but I sure do like to look at them.
Well, they's all right if you ain't going no place.
Bring your trappings inside. Maybe I can find you something to eat and drink.
Well, ask him, why don't you?
Allie, me and Laurie's been having an argument.
Oh, what about, baby?
About what you meant when you said that about driving with me to the end of the world.
Oh, well, I didn't mean exactly to the end of the world.
Well, how far do you want to go?
Oh, about as far as, say, Claremore, to the hotel there.
And what's at the hotel?
Well, in front of the hotel is a veranda. Inside is a lobby. And upstairs is maybe paradise.
I thought they was just bedrooms.
For you and me, baby, paradise.
You see, I knew I was right and Laurie was wrong. You do want to marry me, don't you?
Hey, no, what was that?
I said you do want to marry me, don't you?
No,
what did you say?
No, I did not say that. No, I did not.
Oh, Susanna! Hey, Luanny, I'm back!
Foot, just... Hello, Will. That's Will Parker. Promise me you won't fight him or nothing.
Oh, why fight him? I don't even know the man. I only fight with my friends.
Hey, Luanny! How's the sweetest little 110 pounds in the territory?
Will, this is Allie Hackham.
Oh, hi there. Excuse the way I talk, but I'm going to marry her.
Marry her? On purpose?
Well, sure.
No such of a thing.
Oh, marriage is a wonderful thing.
Allie?
I got a brother in Persia. He got 6 wives.
6 wives all at once?
Oh, well, sure, that's the way they do it in them countries.
Oh, not always. I got another brother in Persia. He only got one wife. He's bachelor.
Will,
Look, Will, nothing. Know what I got for prize money at the fair? $50.
Well, that's good. $50.
Catch on? Your pa said if I could ever get $50, I could have you.
That's right, he did.
Know what I done with it? I spent it all on presents for you.
But if you spend it, you ain't got the cash.
Well, what I got's worth more in cash. Feller who sold me the stuff told me.
But Will,
Oh, stop saying but Will. When do I get a little old kiss? Oh, wait a minute, honey. Now, you ain't been off of my mind since I left. Not the fairgrounds even, when I was roping up steers. I'd rope one up under the hoofs and I'd pull him up sharp. And he'd land on his little rump. And then I'd think of you.
don't start talking purty, Will.
I saw a lot of beautiful gals in Kansas City. I didn't give one of them a look.
How could you see him if you didn't give him a look?
Well, I mean, I didn't look loving at him. Well, like I look at you.
Oh, please don't look at me like that, Will. I can't bear it.
I won't stop looking like this till you give me a little old kiss.
Oh, what's one little old kiss?
Well, nothing. Unless it comes from you.
Oh, you do talk purty. No, I won't.
Stop posing, I say, at your lips. I like cherries or roses or berries. What you gonna do? Can't you feel my heart palpitating and bumping or waiting for something? Something nice from you. I gotta get a kiss and it's gotta be quick or I'll jump in the creek and die.
What's a girl to do when you talk that way?
Down to the trough and give the team some water.
Right away, Aunt Ella.
Can I come too? Just love to watch the way you handle horses.
About all I can handle, I expect.
Oh, I can't believe that, Curly. Not from what I heard about you.
Looks like Curly's stuck up with that Cummins girl.
Would I care about that?
Come on, boys, let's get the hampers out under the trees where it's cool.
Why should a woman who is healthy and strong blubber like a baby if her man goes away, weeping and wailing that he's done her wrong? That's one thing you'll never hear me say. Never gonna think that the man I lose is the only man among men. I'll snap my fingers to show I don't care. Buy me a brand new dress to wear. I'll scrub my neck and I'll brush my hair and start all over again. Many a new face will please my eye. Many a new love will find me. Never have I once looked back to sigh over the romance behind me. Many a new day will dawn before I do. Many a light lad may kiss and fly. A kiss gone by is bygone. Never have I asked an August sky, where has last July gone? Never have I wandered through the rye, wondering where has some guy gone. Many a new day will dawn before
Oh, hello, kiddo.
Oh, I hate to see you looking so happy, because what I got to say is going to make you miserable. I got to marry Will.
Oh, that makes me sad. Oh, but he's a fine fellow.
Don't hide your feelings, Allie. I can't bear it. I'd rather you come right out and say your heart is busted in two.
Are you positive you got to marry Will?
Sure shooting.
And there is no chance you could change your mind?
No chance.
Well, all right. oh, my heart is busted in two.
Oh, you make up the prettiest things to say.
That you, Annie?
Oh, hello, Pa. What you been shooting?
Rabbit? That true what I hear about Will Parker getting $50?
That's right, Pa. And he wants to hold you to your promise.
Too bad. Still and all, I can't go back on my word.
See, Allie?
I advise you to get that money off of him before he loses it. Put it in your stockings or inside your corset where he can't get at it. Or can he?
Well, he ain't actually kept it. He spent it all on presents.
See? What'd I tell you? Now we can't have you. I said it had to be $50 cash.
But Mr. Carnes, is that fair?
Who the hell are you?
This is Allie Hackham.
Well, shut your face, or I'm going to fill your behind so full of buckshot, you're going to be walking around like a duck the rest of your life.
Allie, maybe if I don't have to marry Will, maybe your heart don't have to be busted into like you said.
No, I did not say that.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Are you making out my daughter to be a liar?
No, I am just making it clear what a liar I am if she is telling the truth.
What else you been saying to my daughter?
Oh, an awful lot.
When?
Last night in the moonlight.
Where?
Alongside a haystack.
Listen, Mr. Carnes.
I'm listening. What else you been saying to her?
He called me his Persian kitten.
What'd you call her that for?
I don't remember.
Oh, I do. He said I was his Persian kitten because they was the ones with the soft round tails.
That's enough. In this part of the country, that better be a proposal of marriage.
That's what I thought.
Is that what you think?
Look, Mr. Carnes.
I'm looking.
Look, I'm no good. I am a peddler. I travel up and down and all around. You'd hardly never see your daughter no more.
Well, now, that'd be all right. You take good care of her, son. You take good care of my little rosebud.
Oh, that's awful pretty, Pa. Are you sure for certain you can bear to let me go?
Are you sure, Mr. Carnes?
You just try and change my mind and see what happens to you.
Isn't it wonderful, Allie? Pa making up our minds for us and all. And once he gives his word, he won't change neither. Once he says you can have me, why, you got me.
I know I got you.
Mrs. Allie Hackham, the peddler's bride. Wait till I tell the girls.
Trapped, tricked, hoodwinked, ambushed.
Friend, what's on your mind? Why do you walk around and around with your hands folded high and your chin straight to the ground?
20 minutes ago, I am free like the breeze, free like a bird in the woodland wild, free like a gypsy, free like a child. I'm unattached. 20 minutes ago, I could do as I please. Flick my cigar ashes on the rug, dunk with a donut, drink from a jug. I'm a happy man. I'm minding my own business, like I ought to. Ain't meaning any harm to anyone. I'm talking to a certain farmer's daughter. Then I'm looking in the muzzle of a gun.
It's getting so you can't have any fun. Every daughter has a father with a
like it every night.
It's a scandal, it's an outrage. When her family surround you and say, you gotta take and make that honest woman out of now.
To make you make her honest, she will lie like hell.
It's a scandal, it's an outrage. On our manhood, it's a plot. Where is the leader who will say, must it be the first man to be shot?
Me?
Yes, you. It's a scandal, it's an outrage. Just so mean, killing isn't your truth.
You're a mess. And in less than a year, by heck, there's a baby on your shoulder making bubbles on your neck.
It's a scandal, it's an outrage. Any farmer will tell you it's true.
A rooster in a chicken coop is better off than men. He ain't the special property of just one hen.
It's a scandal, it's an outrage. It's a problem we must solve. We must start a revolution. All right, boys, read Paul.
Hello, Lori. Just packing your hamper now?
I've been busy.
Oh, you got gooseberry tarts too. Well, I wonder if they's as light as mine. Might like to float away if you blew on one of them.
Well, I did blow onto one of mine, and it broke into 1,000,000 pieces.
Ain't she funny?
Gertie, why don't you come on in the house and cool off?
Coming inside with me, Curly?
Oh, not just yet.
All right. Remember, when the auction starts tonight, mine's the biggest hamper.
So that's the Cummins girl I heard so much talk of.
Well, you've seen her before, ain't you?
Well, yeah, but not since she got so old. Never did see anybody get so peaked looking in such a short time.
Yeah, she says she's 18, but I bet she's 19.
What you got in your hamper?
Oh, nothing. Just some old meat pies and apple jelly. Well, nothing like what Gertie Cummins has in her basket.
Lori, you really driving to the box social tonight with that Judd feller?
Well, I reckon so. Why?
Nothing. Just seems like most people expect me to take you.
Well, then maybe it's just as well you ain't. We don't want people talking about us now, do we?
You suppose people do talk about it?
Well, you know how they are. Like a swarm of mud wasps. Always gotta be buzzing about something.
What are they saying? That you stuck on me?
Uh-uh. Well, most of the talk is that you're stuck on me.
Can't imagine how these ugly rumors get started.
Me neither. Why do they think up stories that link my name with yours?
Why do the neighbors gossip all day behind their doors?
I know a way to prove what they say is quite untrue. Here is the gist, a practical list of don'ts for you.
Jokes anyways.
Don't sigh and gaze at me. Your sighs are so like mine.
Some people claim that you are to blame as much as I. Why do you take the trouble to bake my favorite pie? Grant me your wish, I carved our initials on that tree. Just keep a slice of all the advice you give so free. Don't praise my charm too much. Don't act so vain with me. Don't stand in the rain with me. People will say we're in love. Don't take my arm too much. Don't put your hand in mine. Your hand looks so grand in mine. People will say we're in love. Don't dance all night with me till the stars beam from above. They'll see it's all right with me. People will say we're in love. Now, don't you reckon you could tell that Judd fella you'd rather go with me tonight?
Well, Curly, No, I couldn't.
You couldn't. I reckon I'll go down to the smokehouse where Judd's at. See what's so elegant about him makes girls want to go to parties with him.
Well, Curly.
What?
Nothing. Don't sigh and gaze at me. Your sighs are so like mine. Your eyes must melt.
Got your lunch hamper packed?
Yes, Aunt Eller, nearly.
Like a hanky?
What I want with an old hanky?
You got a smudge on your cheek, just under your eye.
Well, open it, can't you?
Howdy.
What do you want?
Oh, nothing much. Just finished my business up at the house and thought I'd pay a call. You, got a gun there, I see.
Good 'un. Colt 45.
Well, what do you do with it?
Shoot things.
Oh. Well, now, see there. That pretty pink picture. Well, that's a naked woman, ain't it?
Your eyes don't lie to you.
Plumb stark naked as a jaybird. What? No, she's not. Got a couple of thingamabobs tied on to her.
Shucks, that ain't the thing to what I got here. Take a look at that top one.
Woo! I'll go blind. Oh, now this one would give me ideas, that would.
That's a dinger, that is.
Yeah, it sure is a dinger. Well, strong-looking rope you got here, Judd. You know Will Parker? Now, he can sure spin a rope. Well, looky there. Strong-looking hook up there. What, Judd? You could hang yourself on that.
I could what?
Well, hang yourself. Or it'd be as easy as falling off a log. Or a chair if you'd rather. Hey, see, you just move it right over here and tie this end around your neck and this end up there good, of course. And, well, 5 minutes or less, with good luck, you'd be dating a doornail.
What do you mean by that?
Well, then people'd come to your funeral and sing sad songs.
Nah.
Oh, sure they would. Never know how many people likes you until you're dead. There you'd be, all dressed out in your best suit in the parlor, hair combed down slick and a high-starched white collar.
Would there be any flowers, do you think?
Oh, sure there would. Palms, too, all round your coffin. And then folks would stand around and, well, the men would bare their heads and the women, well, the women would sniffle softly. Ones that took a shine to you when you was alive.
What woman ever took a shine to me?
Oh, lots of women. Only thing about women, see, is they never come right out and show you how they feel. Unless you die first.
I guess that's so.
Oh, but they sure would sing loud when the singing started. Sing like their little old hearts would break. Poor Judd is dead, poor Judd Fry is dead. All gather round his coffin now and cry. He had a heart of gold, and he wasn't very old. Oh, why did such a fella have to die? Poor Judd is dead, poor Judd Fry is dead. He's looking all so peaceful and serene. He's all laid out to rest with his hands across his chest. His fingernails have never been so clean. Then the preacher'd get up and he'd say, "Folks, we is here to moan and groan over our brother Judd Fry, who hung himself up by a rope in the smokehouse." Then there'd be weeping and wailing, some of them women. And then he'd say, "Judd Fry was the most misunderstood man in this territory. People used to call him a mean, ugly feller and a dirty skunk and ornery pig stealer. But the folks that really knowed him, knowed it under them 2 dirty shirts he always wore. There beat a heart as big as all outdoors.
As big as all outdoors.
Judd Fry loved his fellow man.
He loved his fellow man.
He loved the birds of the forest and the beasts of the field. He loved the mice and the vermin in the barn. And he treated the rats as equals. Which is right. Judd Fry loved all the little children. Loved everything and everybody in the whole world. Only never let on, so nobody ever knowed it. Poor Judd is dead. Poor Judd Fry is dead. His friends will weep and wail for miles around.
Miles around.
The daisies in the dell will give out a different smell, because poor Judd is underneath the ground.
Poor Judd is dead, a candlelight his head. He's laying in a coffin made of wood. And folks are feeling sad, 'cause they used to really mad. And now they know their friend is gone for good. Poor Judd is dead, a candlelight is dead.
He's looking oh so pretty and so nice. He looks like he's asleep. It's a shame that he won't keep but it's summer and we're running out of ice. Oh, yes, sir. That's the way it'd be. Sure would be an interesting funeral. Wouldn't like to miss it.
Wouldn't want to miss it, eh? Well, maybe you will. Maybe you'll go first.
Maybe. Now, let's see now. Where was it you worked before you come up here? Over by Quapaw, weren't it?
Yes, and before that, over by Tulsa. Lousy they was to me. Both of them. Always making out like they were better. Treat me like dirt.
What'd you do? Get even?
Who said anything about getting even?
No one, I expect. Just come into my head.
If it comes to getting even with anybody, I'd know how to do it.
What, with that?
Yeah, there's safer ways than that if you use your brains. Remember that fire on the Bartlett farm over by Sweetwater?
Whew, sure do. About 5 years ago. It's a terrible accident. What, burned up the mother, father, and daughter?
Well, that weren't no accident. A fella told me the hired hand was stuck on the Bartlett girl, and he found her in the hayloft with another fella.
And it was him that burned the place.
It took him weeks to get all the kerosene and buying it at different times. The fella that told me said it happened in Missouri, but I knew all the time it was at Bartlett farm. What a liar he was.
Yeah. Kind of a murderer, too, weren't he? Let's get a little air in here.
You ain't told me yet what business you got here. We ain't got no cattle to sell or no cow ponies. And the oat crop's done spoke for.
Well, you sure relieved my mind considerable.
There's only one other thing on this farm you could want, and it better not be that.
Well, that's just what it is.
It better not be. You keep away from her. You hear?
You know, somebody ought to tell Laurie what kind of a man you are. For that matter, somebody ought to tell you once about yourself.
You better get out of here, Curly.
Man wouldn't feel very safe in here if he didn't know you. But I know you, Judd. In this country, if you're a man, there's only two things you can do. Live out of doors is one, and live in a hole's the other. I've sat in the brush with my horse somewheres and heard a rattlesnake go many a time. Rattle, 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 he'd go, scared to death. Somebody coming close to his hole. Somebody gonna step on him, get his old fangs ready full of pies, and curl up and wait. As long as you live in a hole, you're scared. You gotta have protection. Nah, you can have muscles like iron, still be weak as empty bladder, unless you got things to barb your hide with. How'd you get to be the way you are anyway, Judd? Sitting in this filthy hole and thinking the way you're thinking? Why don't you go out and do something healthy once in a while, instead of staying shut up in here crawling and festering? You ought to feel better now. A little hard on the roof, though. I wish you'd let me show you something. You see that knothole over there winking big as a dime? Just want to see if I can hit it. Right through, without touching. Slick as a whistle. I knowed I could do it. You saw it too, didn't you? Ah, someone's coming, I expect.
Tarnation's going on in here. Oh, who fired off that gun? Was that you, Curly? Don't you stand there, you lummy. Answer when you're smoked to.
Well, I shot once.
Well, what was you shooting at?
I see them knotholes over there.
I see lots of knotholes.
Well, it was one of them.
Oh, well, ain't you a pair of purty nothings? A-pecking away at knotholes and scaring everybody to death. Or to give you a good Dutch rub, iron some of that craziness out of you. It's all right, folks. Nobody hurt. Just a pair of fools swapping noises.
Do you mind if I visit with you, gents? It's good to get away from the women. Now then, we're all alone, eh? I got a few pretties, a few private knickknacks for to show you, special for the menfolk.
I'll see you gentlemen later.
I gotta get a Syria hard for tonight.
Artistic postcards.
Who do you think you're taking in that Surrey?
Hey, Heller. Laurie, if she'll come with me.
She won't.
Maybe she will.
She promised to go with me. She better not change her mind. She better not.
Now, I want you to look at these straight from Paris.
I don't want none of them now. You got any frog stickers?
You mean one of them long knives? And what would you want with a thing like that?
I don't know. To kill a hog or a skunk. They're all the same, ain't it? I'll tell you what I want better than a frog sticker, if you got one. You ever hear one of them things they call the little wonder? It's a thing you put up to your eyes to see pictures. But that ain't all there is to it. Not quite. It's got a little jigger onto it. And when you touch it, out springs a sharp blade.
On a spring, eh?
You say to a fella, look through this. And then when he's looking, you snap out the blade. It's just above his chest. And then, bang! Down you come.
A good trick to play on a friend. No, I don't handle things like that. Too dangerous. What I'd like to do is show you my latest stock of postcards.
I don't want none. Sick of them things. I want to get a real woman.
What would you want with a real woman? Why, I'm having trouble right now, all on account of a woman. They always make trouble. And you say you want one? Why? Look at you. You are a man what is free to come and go as you please. You've got a nice, cozy little place here, private. Nobody to bother you. Artistic pictures. They don't talk back to you.
I'm tired of pictures of women.
All right, so you're tired. So throw them away and buy some new ones. You get tired of a woman, what can you do? Nothing. You just keep getting tireder and tireder.
I made up my mind.
All right, you want a real woman? Say, do you know a girl named Ado Annie?
I don't want her.
I don't want her either, but I got her.
I don't want nothing from no peddler. I want real things. What am I doing shed up in here? Like the fella says, a crawling and a festering. What am I doing in this lousy smokehouse? The floor creaks, the door squeaks, and the field mouse is nibbling on a broom. And I sat by myself like a cobweb on a shelf, by myself in a lonely room. But when there's a moon in my window, and it slants down a beam across my bed, and the shadow of a tree starts a-dancing on the wall, and a dream starts a-dancing in my head. And all the things that I wish for turn out like I want them to be. And I'm better than that fella cowboy who thinks he's better than me. And the girl that I want ain't afraid of my arms, and her own soft arms keep me warm. And her long raven hair falls across my face just like the rain in a storm. The floor creaks, the door squeaks, and the mouse starts nibbling on a broom. And the sun flicks my eyes. It was all a pack of lies. I'm awake in a lonely room. I ain't gonna dream about her arms no more. I ain't gonna leave her alone. Going outside, get myself a bride, get me a woman to call my own.
And to your house, a dark clubman.
Hello, girls. I need to be here by myself. Could you please go somewhere else and tell fortunes?
Look! She bought that old smelling salts the peddler tried to sell us.
They're not smelling salts. Now it'll help make up my mind for me. Just look at me take a good whiff now.
That's the camphor.
Please, girls, go away.
Sorry. Is it true you're letting Judd take you to the party tonight instead of Curly?
I'll tell you better when I make up my mind. I'm starting to see things clear already.
I can tell you what you want.
Out of your dreams and into his arms you long to fly.
You don't need Egyptian smelling salts to tell you why.
Out of your dreams and into the hush of longing
Lori, honey, come on, it's time to get ready for the party. Judd'll be here pretty soon.